Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another very special episode of Guapish Rule 34. As always, I'm your host, Nico, the super straight member, but of course, because it is Pride Month, we did have to gather up all of our nice little boys here who are of varying sexual identities. First up, we've got Dylan, our resident androsexual. Please say your little piece here.
Why the hell did you give me a word that I don't know? Why do you have to confuse me more than I already am?
Typical androsexual right there, ain't he, folks? And of course, we also do have Jackson, our resident copiosexual.
What the fuck?
I'm actually a demi-ace, you fucking bigot.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
It's so confusing. Last time you were pan-romantic. I just don't know what you are anymore, dude.
I'm so
I
confused.
was pan-romantic last month, dickhead. Get with the fucking times, bigot.
I'm sorry.
What the hell, man?
Of course, we do know, as everyone does, that our next guest, Hunter Nikolai, is questioning currently. How's that been going for you?
I don't really know, man. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Fair. I'd imagine that the priesthood is really putting a damper on that whole journey of yours. And then we do have our final guest, the first one to come out to us, Tanner, our resident bisexual.
That's right, everyone. It's me, resident bisexual here, and I'm just such a great representative of the LGBTQIATS P++. Did I say TS?
Yeah.
No.
I think there's a second Q as well now.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyway, that community.
You're so brave,
And
Tanner.
what a community it is.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, for sure. God damn
Dude. I should like go to a gay bar or something and like as people are walking out of it, just be like, thank you for your service.
That'd be sweet. Give them a new shirt. The very same shirt that you can buy right now at guapish.com/teespring questioning.
Overscore.
Sell
What the
out.
hell's an overscore?
But yeah,
We're
got
selling
two.
the Guapish Pride shirt. Buy the Pride shirt, everybody. We also have a cum cookie shirt as well. That one also
yeah,
represents your people very well. Buy it, buy it,
Your
buy it.
people very well. Alright, that'll blow over real nice, man.
All
Way to be
proceeds go
politically
directly to
correct.
Tanner's broke fund.
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
That was actually something I meant to put in the fucking description for the Pride shirt.
Damn. That sucks.
That's funny. I have a thing to talk about.
That's crazy, dude.
Can I ask a question before we get on to that?
What's up,
Sure.
Dylan?
What's the difference between androsexual and gay?
I don't honestly, Nico. I'm pretty hip with the terms. I don't know what androsexual is.
It's
Well,
being
you
attracted
see,
to
Tanner.
masculinity.
Oh,
Yeah.
What if a chick's masculine?
there you go.
Then
It
you
means
like
you like
tomboys.
Use like
tomboys.
those big boy, those big girls.
I'm just saying, we could keep things simple, alright?
I'd
Anyway,
be
back
like,
to you, Tanner.
okay,
I'd
fine,
be
you're
looking
gay.
at those tall girls. I'm like, uppy.
Anyways,
Mummy, I want uppy.
I had
Mummy,
mentioned.
baby hungry, baby want pizza. Come on, mummy.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, back in May,
Yeah.
I talked about how I had gotten a big blood panel done to test myself and my hormone and vitamin and mineral levels and all that shit.
Oh, perfect. We finally have the results in here.
Yes, and as of Thursday, I met with my doctor and she walked me through all the results.
Tanner
And,
has cancer.
That's right, I have cancer. We weren't even able to test for that, and we still somehow figured it out.
Yeah.
Blood cancer.
No, Tanner is a cancer.
That's right. No, actually, my suspicions were proven correct, and I have a very serious testosterone deficiency.
Really?
I
Crazy.
am literally at less than 1/3 of what like the minimum acceptable amount is for like a guy my
Jesus.
age.
Acceptable
Yeah, it's
amount?
not. Yeah. Well, you know, they say, the optimal amount is like 700 to 1100 of some kind of unit, and I'm at like 240.
Jesus Christ, how is that
So
even
it's not-
possible?
You're
I don't
basically a
know.
chick.
Yeah, I'm basically a woman. Nah.
That's why you got that fatty back there, bro.
Oh my god.
So, on one hand, that sucks. On the other hand, it is encouraging to know that a big part of the reason why 6 years of eating fairly well and working out a lot hasn't produced very many results for me is because I do have this fucking T deficiency. And now I can fucking try addressing it.
There we go. Are they going to start
Sounds
pumping you full of testosterone, Tanner?
Not quite. So,
No?
one of the things we also found is that my HDL cholesterol which is the healthy cholesterol that helps you produce testosterone, was it was literally unmeasurable in how low it was. Like, they didn't even put a unit on it. They put less than, and then the minimum amount they can detect.
I know what that's like.
Christ.
So, I've got a bunch of lifestyle changes and supplements I am making as of today to see if we can address that. Mostly what that is I need to eat more fish, nuts, and healthy oils.
You have to eat more fish nuts? It's so
What
gross.
oils?
Yeah, more fish nuts. Exactly.
Or, Tanner, I have an idea.
What?
How about you replace your father in a war and then go into this deep training montage where I will make a man out of you?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
How is that gonna help me, though?
Because it's gonna
Because he's gonna make a man out of you.
You're gonna
Tanner,
become
come on.
higher your
Keep
testosterone. Make a man.
Well, now you're a little boy, Tanner. You're a little boy. You haven't
That
been
was a
hardened by
good
war yet,
joke,
dude.
okay?
What's gonna... Anyways, other stuff we found, fucking, my zinc levels are too low, so now I'm taking
That's not
zinc.
good.
Well,
thought
you
you were-
need zinc, dude.
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna drop just
zinc's
like,
good for
yeah, a
immunity.
little small thing we found, AIDS. Nothing too crazy,
AIDS,
though.
yeah. My DHEA hormone is too low, so now I have a supplement for that.
Is this
Oh.
legal of you to
DHEA.
do?
What do you mean?
Are you allowed to share this kind of information?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
it's
why can't he?
it's
HIPAA
my medical
regulations are based
information.
on work, not personal.
His doctor
then,
can't share this information, but he can.
Yeah, of course.
I've already
True.
talked to his doctor.
And my vitamin D was way too low, so now I've got some vitamin D supplements, and also I'm walking outside for like a half hour of sunshine each day.
There we
That's
go.
good.
Photosynthesis,
You need the D, man.
I
You
like
need the
it.
D.
But yeah, that's so today was my first day of me doing what my full healthy routine is gonna be now. I'm back to intermittent fasting. I'm drinking more water. I've got all those supplements I mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm exercising again. I'm getting sunlight. I'm gonna try being gluten free for a while.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Good
'Cause-
luck, man.
I thought you were
A
trying
lot
to
of
become
the-
more like a man.
Well, a lot of the stuff she was talking about she was like, and this is probably caused by your fucking liver being inflamed
Oh.
and your gallbladder being inflamed and stuff. So I think my internal organs are kind of just in a constant state of inflammation. So I kind of need to deal with it. Like, for example, one of the very alarming things in there for me was my white blood cell count was just catastrophically low. Which I found weird because I rarely ever get sick, and the
Yeah.
doctor is just like, well, that probably means that you have some internal inflammation that your white blood cells are constantly busy fighting. I'm like, that don't sound good.
That's great. Love to hear it.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what these changes make. In 3 months, I'm doing a follow-up blood panel to see if the changes I'm making improve anything. If it isn't improved, then I would probably be able to get a testosterone,
Booster?
no, what's the fucking prescription?
Ah.
Which, honestly, I think would be kind of cool. I'd finally be able to grow a full beard.
There we go. What do you think your fish of choice is going to be? I know that Jackson's a big swordfish kind of guy, but what about you? You seem more like a mackerel man.
I got these little snack fish things that's Alaskan pollock, and then I eat tuna as well.
Sounds good.
How about some sardines? You like sardines at all?
I don't know if I've ever had sardines, to
They
be
really
fair.
just taste like tuna.
I mean,
Okay,
fish is
I could try
kinda-
them out, I guess.
Yeah, why not, dude? Why not? Speaking of all this testosterone shit,
Oh boy.
there's something that Jackson and I were talking about earlier this week. Now, there's definitely this sort of perception, Tanner, that you especially have, but that just society has in general, of what it means to be a man, you know? And so
Oh,
I thought we
God.
could maybe talk about some of the things that, Tanner, what do you feel like are some of the things a man must do? Or just guys, if you have any stories of weird things that people have said to you about a man is supposed to do this thing that just didn't make any sense to you, you know?
I guess let's start with, how would each of us define what it is to be a man? I guess.
Who would like
Got
to
an
go
XY
first?
chromosome, baby. Let's go.
That's all? That's it? That's to be a male, Nico. What does
That
it mean to
actually
be
is
a
true.
man?
I agree
is
with
that how
Tanner's
we're
perspective
taking
on
this?
that.
Sure. Like, personally, I think being a man is kind of just defined by hardship and sacrifice. And the more you do either of those things, the more of a man you are.
Yeah, that's true. I'd accept that. I mean, the other bit is, like, willing... Yeah, what I was basically going to say is, like, willing to do things other people won't do so you can take care of the people you care about most, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, willing to put in the work and effort and everything to provide for people who maybe can't or won't provide for... Well, maybe not the won't part, but can't provide for themselves, you know? Being that pillar of strength that people can look to and lean on when, you know, times are rough for them, so they know they can be strong too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, personally, I think it's about how many cats you own. I'm at 2 right now, so I think I might be the manliest guy on the call right now.
Jackson, that's how you become a professional cat lady. I'm sorry to inform you.
What are you telling me right now?
The more cats you own, the more close you are to a professional cat lady. I don't know how more explanatory I can get than that, man.
Everyone knows only men own fucking dire wolves, Jackson, alright? Until you start getting
Dire
some
wolves
of those,
pretty
then we're gonna have
fucking
to revoke your man card.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's
it's
bullshit.
Dire wolves are extremely illegal. Please do not attempt to purchase any.
Well, they also don't exist, so...
That's also, owning wolves in general is illegal.
I don't know if that's true.
In certain states it is. I know in Washington it's illegal to own wolves.
specifically Washington, aren't all dogs kind of like wolves?
They're descendants of wolves, so you're not wrong.
Except corgis.
Sure.
Stupid.
Except corgis.
not
Those
true.
are the descendants
Sure,
of
freaking.
magpies.
Yeah. Magpies and foxes. Interesting breeding that
Isn't a
happened there.
magpie
Now,
a
Hunter.
bird?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, what's
Hunter,
up?
what about you? What would you say your definition of a man is?
I feel like these guys have been pretty spot on. Just someone who's willing to do the hard work and maybe in like that sacrificial kind of aspect of, you know, giving up yourself just so you can, you know, make sure things go smoothly for other people. I feel like that's a pretty good attribute of what I view a man as, I guess.
Okay.
Also, if you have a cock.
Yeah.
That's a valid point. Kind of. Not really.
Thanks.
Never mind.
Now, guys, here's a little question I have to posit to you. Now, growing up, my
deposit.
stepdad would my stepdad would constantly say things to me about how, like, this is what a man does, so you gotta do things this way since you're a little boy.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So one of the
Exactly.
things that really stands out in my mind at the moment was that he got real uppity with the fact that I place my wallet in my front left pocket, okay, guys? That's
Whoa.
always where my
Front
wallet
left?
goes. Yeah,
What are you,
front-
a fucking fruit?
front
Everyone knows you
left.
put your wallet in your front right pocket.
No,
your
sir,
phone
that's
goes
where
in
my
your
phone
front left.
goes.
I'll
Phone
find
is
this.
right.
No, no,
right
no.
Wallet
pocket.
is
You're
left.
wrong here, Tanner.
Wait a second,
You're
Nico,
wrong.
you're left-handed, aren't you?
Yes.
You already have negative man points for that one.
Wait,
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
okay.
but you'd want your phone most accessible, which would be your front right.
Nah,
Wait.
I keep my wallet where my dominant hand is.
Why?
Why?
So if someone tries to grab you and just like yank their hand down, you know?
Sure.
And then rape them.
Yeah. That's what a man does. So guys,
No, it's not.
here's the
Anyway.
thing. He felt that a man needs to keep his wallet at all times in their back pocket.
Nope.
I have
That's
a
just
reason to swear
boomer
that's
shit,
bad.
to be honest.
I used to do that all the time, and then somebody like pointed out to me as like, because like you have to go to the, you don't have to, you should go to the chiropractor every once in a while to get realigned, which is basically like your hips and all that, your spine gets, you know, out of place.
Pseudoscience, but go on.
Men don't get
Yeah,
realigned.
so like sitting on your wallet creates like a slight bump, and it'll like align you,
Such
unalign you.
horseshit, but
it's really not though.
It
also
is-
is just
it
uncomfortable
really
to sit
is.
on your
I
wallet.
do remember looking this up at one point as well in Dylan's defense, and it did talk about somewhere in there that like, yeah, sitting on a wallet for like years and years will eventually cause some like back pain in you. I just don't find it comfortable, which is why I don't do it. But
That's also
who
the other
said
reason.
that though? The chiropractors?
I mean, I don't know. I just looked up on some website.
It's
They're
the
not
same
real
thing as ladder logic,
doctors.
Tanner.
Huh?
It's the same like ladder logic type shit going on there.
It's the
But the
same
fact-
Jacob's ladder logic going on here, Tanner. Now,
Whatever
so
that
do you guys have any other examples akin to what I said?
No, because I didn't have a dad in my life.
Yikes.
Sad.
Heyo.
Ooh.
Whew. Kind
Why
of
does that hurt you more than it
bringing
hurts
the
me?
mood down here a little bit, Dylan. Oh, maybe
It's clearly not down. You guys are laughing at it. I don't care, man.
Ooh, yeah.
He wasn't a great guy anyway. Whatever, man. I'm here.
You see, I can't really think of any examples where, like, my dad or really anyone else ever legitimately said, oh, men do this, and it's like some inconsequential nonsense thing.
Yeah,
like,
I can't say.
I've obviously heard that plenty of times, but it's always as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this, guys? What about crossing your legs?
Actually, no, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's one
I mean,
thing
that
I
one
heard.
is pretty girly.
Yeah, but like it's so comfortable.
It's comfortable.
I literally just do it to conserve space.
Are you
I don't like touching people.
cross-legged right now, Nico?
I just did it. Before I wasn't, but when I started talking about crossing my legs, I was like, I may as well go for it.
How's it
cross
more
are we
comfortable?
talking
Your
here?
twig and berries are right there, my guy.
You just
Well, like,
figure
you
it out,
know,
man.
when you cross your legs, like, once you, like, got
There's
the
a
right
little
stitch
gap.
going, they just kind of, like, pop out, like, above, like, where your legs are, like, kind of,
Yeah.
Maybe for
Crossing.
fucking anemics like you, but when you have a manly
Anemics.
pair of thighs like me, you can't do it.
Well, it depends on where
That's
you're
not true,
crossing
'cause
it.
I also cross my legs.
Yeah, I'm, like, crossing them at the knees here.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that. I'm right now. I'm just crossed at like the ankles, but yeah, I do cross my legs
I don't
a
do a
lot when I
full
sit.
cross. You can't do a full cross. That's like a guy
I don't
doing the
see why not.
splits. Actually, that's another one. Guys can't do
Doing the splits is not a manly thing to do.
That's what I've heard, and I
Really?
I don't know. It's a little scary. I'll be honest. Oh my gosh, Nico has
my
been
God, it's a
gifted with a cat.
Nico's manliness just went up according to
She's got, like, a
Jackson.
massive knot in her fur. Holy shit.
Nico
why-
finally got some pussy.
Nice.
Damn.
Hang on now, Tanner.
Ha! Yes, go on.
I don't know.
Nothing, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Where?
I guess I feel like we've really failed to think of any good examples of this prompt.
I guess so, dude. I guess
Fellas,
so.
is it gay to, hold hands? The answer is yes, but
With another dude? Do you?
Another
Okay,
dude?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question real quick.
Oh,
Wow.
Hunter,
let
hold
him
on to
ask
yours.
his question.
Hold on to it, man. Actually, give your question first. I'll just write mine down.
let me give you a scenario. All right.
Uh-huh.
You're on a road trip with your broski, and you get to a hotel, and there's one king size bed.
Oh fuck.
Is it gay to sleep in the same bed as your homie?
No.
Yes.
No. What?
Why is it a
Yes.
yes? Is my question.
One of you
Why
should
is it a
sleep on the
yes?
floor.
Why?
Why?
It's a king-size bed, Tanner.
Even if it
Oh my-
in and of itself is not gay, either one of you being willing to sleep in the same bed is gay.
It
I
opens up the
disagree.
gateway to evil acts later in the night.
I had this situation occur, and this guy was like, "No, that's so gay, dude." I'm like, not unless you don't have sex with me. Like, that's what makes it gay. Other than that, we're fine.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that's not okay, then you are not confident in your ability to not have sex with that man.
Hold on, Hunter. I think I know where you're going with this. Hold on, I got you, homie. Keep going,
All right,
but I got you.
So Tanner,
He's
if
bringing
it's
up,
like a
he's like
freezing
holding up a
cold
picture
night,
of a bed divider or some shit.
Tanner, if
No.
it's a freezing cold night, it's below 10
Okay,
negative
hold on,
10
Nico.
degrees Fahrenheit. Okay.
Nico, what is the context in which you have access to a king-size bed, but also you're freezing to death?
The AC's
You're
broken.
in Antarctica in a research facility, and the heat goes off.
Good hypothetical.
I think you both still definitely die from the cold, but it's
And
a
you
good
gotta
attempt
try
at
and
least.
conserve warmth as much as you can. Do you
I
like
feel
cuddle
like-
with another dude in that big old bed to try and stay warm?
I feel like
Is that gay or is that survival at that
I
point,
feel like since
Tanner?
it is a life or death scenario, the rules do kind of change. Personally, I still wouldn't do it. But maybe
Tanner's
you
strong enough
freaks
to
will.
survive the
I don't
cold on his
know.
own.
Bear Grylls would tell me to, so...
Yes,
That's
sir.
true. He would say
Wait, is
that.
in this hypothetical situation, is the dude hot?
He's a portly looking gentleman.
Yeah, I'm game.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Now, back to my question, guys.
Okay.
Is it gay to suck your own dick?
Yes. Wait. Nah.
What you?
Let's skip to the real crux of this question.
How
which
do I
is
get
it
those
gay?
ribs out? I mean, sorry, what?
Huh?
What?
Not that. Is it
Jesus
gay to
Christ.
taste your own cum?
Yes.
Tanner, I think. Never mind.
Now we're in.
Well, if it tastes good.
I'll let you answer that question yourself. I think so. That's just nasty.
One time, me and my buddies were sitting around like a fire, and it got silent, and one of my friends just goes, "So we've all tasted our own cum, right?" I'm like,
Oh my god,
"Excuse me?"
no!
We just looked,
No
me and my other buddy
way!
looked at each other, then we looked at him, and we're like, "Sorry, what?" You did not just start this conversation off like that.
Dude just opened the fucking
Is it-
can of worms in the midst of
Is
the
it
night
gay?
around a fire.
Probably not. Is it weird? Yeah.
I think
Is it
it's
weird
all
if
a
you-
mental thing, personally. Like, as long as you're only getting off to the sensation of your dick getting sucked, and not the sensation of you having a dick in your mouth, then it's fine.
I don't know.
We're really breaking
weird
this
either way,
down right
man.
now, play by play.
I tend not to
feel
think
like-
about this shit.
I feel like it's not gay if you taste your cum like once. That's
So
just an
long as
experience.
it's out of curiosity.
Out of
Are
curiosity,
you just duping
know?
a dollop, bro?
Jesus
Like
Christ.
it's Daisy sour
Uh-huh.
cream?
Ugh. God, stop talking about it. Jesus Christ.
But
And, like,
if
you
you're
know,
doing
if
it
you do
multiple
it
times,
like
then
a-
it might be gay. Mhm.
Yeah, if you're doing it like because you like keep sucking your own dick like day after day, I think it's okay as long as it's just like because you're trying to reduce
trying
like the
to-
cleaner, you know.
have
Yeah,
something
you
to
don't
tell
want there
us,
to be
Nico.
too big of a mess.
God damn it.
Okay, here's
If you're
Christ.
doing it because you enjoy cum being in your mouth, then it's gay.
why are you so enthusiastic about it? Alright, do you
Is
want...
it gay if you're doing it for the protein?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, what
Yeah,
are the,
what about that?
what are the
Jesus
macros
Christ.
like?
The macros on semen are pretty good, if I remember
Here, should I
correctly.
check
Yeah.
Damn
it?
it.
Low
You guys
calorie, high
have some nasty ass
protein.
conversations. What the hell, man?
Macros
It's Pride
of
Month, Dylan.
semen.
I don't
It is
care.
Pride Month.
It's fucking June is what it is.
Does semen
And
really
June is
contain
Pride Month.
calories? And 28
June is
other
June.
things,
It's the
no.
6th month of the annual calendar year. I don't care. It's just another month, man.
5 to 25 calories.
Oh my
It's
god.
It's got calcium, citrate, fructose, glucose, lactic acid, magnesium, potassium, protein, and zinc. Tanner, I found the answer to your zinc
There
problem.
we go.
Oh my god,
I'm low
no.
on magnesium and potassium too.
Ah, damn.
Uh-huh. That's the more you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Need to remind you that energy is lost in the food chain, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
None of us know what that means, so we're gonna keep eating cum, Dylan.
Yes,
you do
sir.
that. I'm sure you'll
Speaking
figure
of
that
eating
eventually.
cum,
Jesus
what do you guys
Christ.
think is the gayest thing you've ever done?
Probably have sex with a man,
Yeah.
if I had to guess.
I don't know. I can't say.
Some trap shit.
Yeah, Jackson is
Did that
famous
happen
into
to you,
traps.
Jackson?
Am I allowed to share this story?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I guess it's
Okay.
really up to you at this point.
For pure efficiency speaking, I took
Uh-huh.
a shower with 3 other guys.
We already know this story.
I know you guys do.
I don't know this story. Go for it.
It was efficiency, okay? We all sat there butt to butt, pee-pees out, right? And we just rotated in the shower and got our business done, all right? Let me tell you this. The average man takes an 8-minute shower. So for all 4 of us to get done with a shower, it would have taken 32 minutes. But we got done, all 4 of us, in 16. So,
Cutting that in half.
you tell me, was it worth it? For the sake of science?
I guess it depends on what you were doing and what you needed to save time. But
Did you guys touch at any point?
Touch what?
Anything?
Butts.
I mean, we probably touch butts every once in a while.
Was there any contact?
Like, I was a little hard, but that was totally, like, not even because of that.
That's
totally
so
unrelated.
Uncomfortable.
You see, it was more so an intimidation thing. He didn't want to look super flaccid around the boys. He wanted to have like a semi-chub going, just so they like respect him a little more, you know?
Oh my god,
Of
crazy.
Established my dominance in that shower, which was also the name of my band in high school.
Yes, sir.
Establish my dominance in the shower.
Yep,
It's one of those emo bands, I guess.
That's a powerful name right
you
there.
just don't understand. Yeah, that's probably the gayest thing I've done.
Yeah, I honestly can't. I don't think I have a story anywhere relatively near to any of this. So
He's blocked it out.
I blocked what out. Exactly.
What about you, Nico? What's your gayest story?
I guess for me, the gayest thing I've ever done is convince one of my friends back in daycare to show me his penis.
Who was that?
Okay. was you,
I guess
Dylan.
don't say the name. Don't say that. Yeah, type it in the chat.
Don't type it in the chat.
I want to
What the
see
fuck?
if it's.
A little weird.
No way!
It was a little weird that you were 18
That-
and
Dude!
the kid was a child, but
When was this?
Oh, when we were very, very young.
Jesus
The
Christ,
craziest
man.
thing is he had a grown adult male penis.
Does he
Yeah.
remember that? Or does this person remember that?
I don't know.
Moment.
I've never brought it up, so it's hard to say.
We should probably ask them at some point.
Yeah,
do,
perhaps.
Do you
Real
recall
funny.
why you requested this?
I don't remember. It was because I was like calling him a girl or some
why you
shit.
requested this?
Why do I feel like I remember this?
And I was calling him like a girl or something. He was like, "Nuh-uh, I'm a boy," and I was like, "Prove it, bitch."
You just whipped
Yeah, for
it
some
out.
reason the story sounds
Well, it
familiar.
sounds like he was the one establishing dominance here. Then
Nice.
Yeah.
Middle of the daycare. That's what's up.
Damn. What about you, Jackson? Was the trap
You already
story
said
true?
he jacks off the traps.
Is this true, Jackson?
Some real trap shit.
Damn.
Yo, you never watched our hentai tags tier list, man. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're crazy. Weird.
Astolfo got him feeling some type of way.
Ooh wee, mama.
Huh.
No cap.
sorry, I
That's
can't.
lit, fam.
I just feel bad. I
For
feel like
real,
I
for
didn't
real.
contribute to this at all.
you didn't.
I know. But there are
You
reasons
could
for
though,
that.
Dylan.
I could.
Do
How
something
could I
still
do
gay,
time.
that?
man.
Yeah, go do something.
Yeah,
gay.
all you have to do
Why would
is
I do
Just
that?
did.
Why would I possibly do that?
Open yourself up a little bit more, Dylan. We know that there's something trapped inside that little mind of yours. You just gotta let it out. You just gotta be more willing to share with us.
I mean, I would share if there was something to share. So, there's also that.
I guess so. Hey, Tanner.
Yeah.
Real quick here for you. Now, we often describe some of the cats around here as being both cute and funny, but like we really want to have a way of just like condensing that in one single word. Do you think you could come up with something here for us?
Condensing cute and funny. Well, I guess
Yeah.
your best options are cunny, which isn't great,
Yeah.
or foot, which also doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
You could maybe do cuteney. Funty. Nah, these all sound terrible, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just scramble up all of the letters into a whole new thing.
Let's go back to Cunny, Tanner. What's so bad about that one?
It sounds vaginal, to be honest.
Interesting.
What?
It sounds vaginal.
It does?
Or as the gay community would say, it's giving vag.
Giving
fuck?
vag. No cap, fam.
That's a slang thing that apparently these fucking homos are using. They say it's giving, which means I think it's they just like shortened off it's giving off like the feeling or the vibe. So now they
Yeah.
just say it's giving or it's not giving.
Interesting.
or it's
I fucking
Thanksgiving.
hate these queers. Yeah, that too.
Huh?
What's your guys' least favorite type of faggot?
The hell does that even mean?
Like if you take all the alphabet letters, which one's your least favorite?
What?
The G's.
That's not all what I thought you were talking about, Tanner. I thought you were saying like if you're thinking
Like
of
a
like the different types
stereotype
of
of them?
gays, like which
Right.
one do you really hate? Are you against the flaming ones, like that sort of thing? Let's see here.
No,
if I
which
had
letter? Yeah, if you
what
had to pick a
letter?
letter. Mm-hmm.
Dylan's already against T. We know that one for sure. So
What are
we
you
can cross him off
talking
the list
Oh!
This man is so fucking dumb. It's unbelievable.
I am not dumb. I am just blissfully uneducated.
I respect.
All right,
I
how do you wanna
understand.
phrase
The less I know, the better.
here. I think the L's personally. I'm not a big fan of the
The
L's.
hell's
Honestly, I was about to say I'm gonna go with the L's too because they're the only ones I haven't fucked. I mean,
Yeah.
I have fucked a couple of them, but usually not.
Wait, what's L?
Take a guess, Dylan.
Is
What
that the
are
one
you
I'm
even
thinking?
talking about right now?
Well, I was confused by the original question, so
Luxembourg.
That's right.
anyway, I think I know.
All
what
right,
it
so
is
Dylan,
now. Let's continue on.
the homosexuals, they go by common acronym, do they not?
I guess so, given LGBT or whatever.
There you go. What do each of those letters stand for?
I already get it. We can move on now.
Okay, cool.
Well, we can't move on. We're now going to ask you the actual question. Which of those is your least favorite, Dylan?
I don't want to answer this question.
Why
you already
not?
also answered this question, so I don't know why I still have to answer it.
We all know it's the tease. Let's move on, boys.
Thank
Hunter,
you,
how about
Jackson.
you?
I value all people.
Okay, so that's on the record, but we're just gonna go off the record here real
Okay,
quick.
dope.
Hunter.
Yeah,
He
no,
says
this
off the
part's
record, but we're
off
still
the record.
recording.
It's those fucking trans, dude. I hate trains.
Dylan's found another ally, it sounds like. Jackson, how about you?
I initially said G because I think it's funny. Because I think it's like an over-encompassing term for everybody in that community, right?
Yeah.
I guess maybe queer has taken
Yeah, I was gonna
over
say,
that at
perhaps
this point.
Q.
What does the plus stand
Yep.
for?
Everything
All
else.
the ones they didn't list.
All right, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Q because I think it's really fucking annoying when people call themselves queer. I'm a queer identifying person. Shut the fuck up. Plus, it all just means like anything, right?
Yeah, and
So
also
I
nothing,
hate-
which is the point.
Yeah, exactly. I hate it.
Kind of funny where they're trying to include lots of people, but they added a symbol in their little thing that means and everybody else, as if they're not acknowledging everybody else, which is kind of.
Yeah, they should just keep adding letters.
They should just
What's up
keep
with
it
people
simple.
trying to add black people or like people of color, I guess, to the fucking pride flag?
That's
Well,
so-
you see, the idea behind that is to like really represent how the black community has often been underrepresented in many other facets of life, and the common struggles and unique struggles, as it were, that they specifically have within the LGBT community.
Also,
So it's
black
not a-
people are gay.
It's not a gay thing now, it's just a fucking minorities thing.
Yeah.
I
It
think
is
that's
quickly becoming
generally-
just minority flag.
Yeah.
Alright.
Perhaps we should get rid of all the letters and just make it plus.
Do you think they should put virgins
There you
in
go.
the LGBTQ?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's,
I feel
that's
like-
the real
I mean, hey,
Incels, get 'em in there.
LGBTV.
all the virgins get made fun of, so
Mhm.
actually that's gonna
I
be my
get made
answer.
fun
I
of.
hate the virgins.
And, and so many of them are virgins.
L, am I
I
right,
don't know if
guys?
that's true.
Alright, well,
Anyways,
guys, I believe that that's just about summed up our pride talk for the day.
I guess.
Make sure you come back next week. Is that
Yeah,
the,
make sure
is
you
that
come
the
back-
clickbait title?
Make sure you come
we
back
added
next
a new
week for,
orientation. Virgin.
It'll be something like that. You know, make sure you
I'm gonna
come
get
back next week for more hate crimes.
Speaking of hate crimes, is it time to get into Guapish at the movies?
Oh dear God, is it? Tanner, what
fuck,
say you?
I tried thinking of a fucking theme song.
Da, 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 da,
da, da.
da, 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 da. Yeah, it's probably long.
Nico,
Guapish
what
at
did
the
we
movies.
watch this week?
This week, we watched some really solid films. Honestly, I think that this might just be, guys, in my honest opinion, IMHO, the best group of movies that we've ever watched for Guapish at the movies.
I can
think
agree
we
with that.
very well may have
Are you
3
doing
S
okay,
tiers on
buddy?
our books right here, guys.
3
I
S
think,
tiers.
Whoa.
yeah, I think it might be the case. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is it okay if I knock out my my other movies really quick before
Of
we get on
course,
to...
absolutely go for that
Oh, you
first.
did even more?
Yeah, I watched
Fantastic.
fucking 7 movies this week.
Dang.
So that's just crazy. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I still
Do you
have
have
like...
them written down so I can look at that and have them do it all fucking...
I'll type them as we talk about the movies we watched this week for you, Jackson. How about that?
I love you, thank you.
How about
All right.
I type them out so you can just kind of read them?
Sounds even better, man. All right, so first up, I have Free Willy: Escape from Pirates Cove. Real cute movie. I didn't think the acting. Nico made the acting sound
Jesus.
absolutely god awful, and I
It
didn't
was
think it was that
shit.
bad. So I gave Escape from Free Willy just a below average C-
From
movie.
Free Willy.
Escape.
He's
The
coming.
new
We
horror
need to
movie,
get
Escape
away.
from Free
Well,
Willy.
isn't that what happened
I
at
will-
SeaWorld?
I just want to say real quick, Nico, I believe currently what our best run of movies was Waxwork, Joker, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That probably actually was. Yeah, that was a good week.
Guys, I can calculate this after the fact. We can get this for next episode
Let's
or
go.
something.
Yeah.
All right, next, Mars Needs Moms. I thought it was a pretty cute movie. I did not know it was a Disney movie. It's pretty good.
It's
I
not.
like the end. Whatever. I thought the animation was really cool. One cool thing I found at the end is where they were doing the facial recognition software thing or whatever for the actual animations of the movie, which I thought was really cool at the end. But I gave Marzi and His Moms an A+.
Jesus.
I thought the movie was very good. I think that was like the controversial one. I was telling Jackson about that earlier.
Yes, sir.
Next up, Used Cars. This movie was just okay. A lot of the jokes were kind of a miss for me. It wasn't really all that funny. The movie was just slightly above average. The acting wasn't too bad, so I gave Used Cars a C+.
Uncommon Dylan W right there. Like to hear it.
And then lastly, I watched Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Not at all the direction I thought the movie was going. I thought it was gonna be like, what was a fucking Silent Night or whatever the fucking movie David Harbour was in, where Santa Claus was killing. Yeah, that. So I thought it was gonna be along those lines.
Nah, this was in the 60s. Irony and sarcasm hadn't been invented yet.
Weird.
It's the Dark Ages.
Yeah, the movie kind of was like lackluster. The props were kind of meh. The acting was terrible. They were trying to like make it funny, and it just wasn't funny. It wasn't too terribly unwatchable, but it almost was. So I gave Santa Claus a D-.
Ooh.
So close to that fabled F.
Ooh. Tragic, my guys.
So, yeah.
This is bullshit. This is absolute hogwash.
I almost gave it an F, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't completely unwatchable. I also had to take into account it was like a 60s movie or whatever, so I couldn't be too harsh on it.
They had good movies back then. They existed.
Listen, man, I have more sympathy.
We haven't seen any of them. Like, they're not going to exist.
I have sympathy for movies.
Are we? God.
What?
I don't want to watch that shit, but...
Watch what?
Anyways, moving on.
For the actual movies we watched this week, guys, let's maybe talk about the strange idea that maybe there might not be a country for old men.
Oh god, this
What?
movie. Jesus Christ.
Right?
What does that even mean?
What does it mean? Dylan, can you break this one down for us? You were so eager to talk about movies last week.
Yeah, so No Country for Old Men basically started out, I thought it was going to be like another old western, but I think it was in like the 70s or 80s or whatever it looked like it was set in. Basically,
It's kind of a western.
Yeah, where like this one like random guy stumbles upon like a group of like dead bodies and trucks and shit, and then it turns out it was part of some kind of drug exchange and money. So he gets the money and he's like on the run from like this psychopathic murderer guy who fucking kills everybody he comes in contact with. So the entire
not
movie,
everybody.
well, almost everybody. It's made very clear that he likes to kill people for no reason. So it's literally the whole movie about this psychopathic guy chasing down this other guy who's apparently really good at what he does and like escaping and putting two and two together. And then like at the very end, like as he's like escaping everything, the guy just fucking dies, and like everybody else dies as well, and like the psychopathic guy doesn't get. I don't think he ends up getting the money, but then eventually it just like ends up getting like some kind of fucking car accident and just walks away, and then like that's how the movie ends. But yeah, it was very interesting. The graphics were very well done. The
graphics.
Why do you keep saying
I don't know why I said
live-action
graphics.
movie.
The fucking anyway. But yeah, I thought the acting was pretty well done. The effects were very good. So
Dylan, what was our main character's name?
I don't remember. It was some weird name. It was Llewellyn.
The main character?
Wow, hey, he remembered it.
Was it Llewellyn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
was he really the main character?
Shut up, Nico. We don't need that art house shit in here.
I don't know. I mean, here was like my big thing. My big thing about the movie, and it's just because of my like preconceived notions about movies that start out the way it did. Where, okay, this guy's a badass, he knows what he's doing, he's getting fucked up here and there, so obviously he's not going to come out of this shit unscathed, but he's going to live. And then for some reason, they just kill him off screen, even though he was, like, fully prepared and escaped this guy for, like, 2/3 to 3/4 of the movie. He just fucking dies out of nowhere. And his wife also just gets murdered by the same guy.
Well, we don't know if she's dead.
Well, I think it's kind of implied, because, you know, he, like, scrapes off the bottom of his shoe, and, like, there was a scene earlier where he fucking kills the rich dude from Zombieland or whatever, and
Woody
then he's
Harrelson?
like, yeah, that guy. He was trying not to get blood on his shoes, so he moved his shoes out of the way. That was my implication of the situation. Gets in a car accident. I was like, oh, he's for sure gonna get caught here. There's no way he's gonna get away. And then he just fucking pays a kid $100 to give him his shirt, puts his arm in a sling and walks off, and that's how the movie ends. I particularly don't
Well,
like
that's
the
not
fact,
how the movie ends, Dylan.
I mean, oh, you're right. It ends with
Yeah,
some
we got our
weird-ass
end
story.
monologue from Sheriff Whatchamacallit.
Yeah, that also
Yeah, Tommy
didn't-
Lee Jones.
I didn't understand the point of the story, and it also was just kind of like, I don't know, I just didn't like the ending in general. But yeah, this movie was really good. It just, some of the choices that ended up unraveling at the end didn't really sit well with me. But I'll let you guys hear my ratings after everybody else has given theirs, obviously.
I really like this movie, guys. No
Okay.
Country for Old Men. Honestly, I feel like this might just, unpopular opinion here, I think it might be a masterpiece, in fact. Now, this is more of a neo-Western film, as Dylan had sort of pointed out there. It's one of them newfangled ones, you know? It takes the elements that we are familiar with in your typical Western film, but it sort of like, you know, revitalizes it for the modern age here. Now... a really big character that Dylan didn't really mention there was, in fact, the sheriff, Tommy Lee Jones. Now, this guy, he's our narrator throughout the entire film. He's the one who we started off with and the one who we end it with. And he's got a pretty interesting character arc here that Jackson wanted to talk about.
What the fuck? Why are you pinning this on me, you son of a bitch? You're the one analyzing the movie right now.
You got this, Jackson. I believe in you.
Dude, I'm trying to drink water and eat haichu right now, and you're ruining this for me. Anyways, I'm definitely not gonna fucking live up to the expectations of giving this guy's arc here. But yeah, he's just like some fucking dude that realizes what's going on at the start, and then just slowly, as the movie progresses, just gets more and more depressed about it, seemingly, and until he finally gives up and retires at the very end. Because it's just all fucking too much. You just like can't keep up with the times, kind of thing.
He can't keep up with the times, Jackson. He's an old man. This country, it's changing on him. He just can't handle it anymore. He has a big speech with another old man in it about how fucked up the world is. Perhaps this country, it's too fucked up for these old men, guys. Does this country not allow for these old men to exist within it? Are they perhaps the old men for this country?
This is terrible. God.
I'm lowering my rank just because of that.
Dude, way to go, Nikki. You did it.
So you know, I chose this movie. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of it. Something I really like about it is none of our characters are idiots. Many movies, they not even feel the need, but like the writers, in order to have anything happen and make sense, they make one of their characters be just overwhelmingly stupid in order to create some mistake that all the others can capitalize on.
Yeah, like a bumbling fool.
Yeah, I don't feel that is the case with any of our characters in this movie. They like the only thing. I don't think this is necessarily being stupid. The only thing that is sort of a bit of a convenience to allow the plot to happen is that Llewellyn doesn't know about the tracking device. But I think that's excusable just because it's set in the 70s. That's probably pretty new technology. So I think it's believable that he wouldn't necessarily look for that.
I thought you were going to say, like, the fucking mother-in-law or whatever, just, like, telling this random Mexican man about where her son-in-law is staying or whatever.
I can believe that.
Okay. Women are dumb, after all.
But yeah, you know, I really like this movie's sort of message where, like, it's kind of them trying to discover, like, what is the thing that should propel you forward in life, even though life can be so violent and brutal all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, each character has their sort of different reasons. Llewellyn is kind of like your classic good guy, where he's just basically competent and he loves his wife and he's trying to protect her or whatever.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah,
I'd say he's a good guy.
I don't know if I classify him as one. He's a fucking selfish asshole that put
all
her
he
life at
wanted
risk
was the
for
money.
Well, so, like, throughout the film, we see Llewellyn do, like, a lot of good things, you know. However, like, every time he does, he's punished for it almost immediately. For example, he gets a bunch of water to bring back to that Mexican fellow who he saw, and immediately people start getting at him, trying to fucking murder him. Mm-hmm. Later in the film, before he dies, there's a woman who's like, "Hey there, cowboy, you want to fuck in my room?" And he's like, "Well, I'm married, so I can't do that." And because he went back to his room, where the Mexicans knew he was staying, he gets murdered. Had he been over in the other room, they may have not known where he was, you know?
But he did have the chance to turn the money over and then just walk away
was
with
the
his
other thing.
wife.
Now that I think about it, what was his plan with the money? I don't know if that was ever
To be
What do you
rich.
mean? What was his plan with the money? Be
Yeah, to
rich,
be rich.
retire.
Well, I guess his
So
plan
his
was
plan
to
was to keep
kill
the money.
the guy chasing him,
Yeah.
which is the only
And
way
then he
he'd
gets
be
some
out
money.
there.
Maybe I'll see how that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you
why I
know,
was disappointed
Homie
when he
did.
just
The
fucking
best laid
died off
plans.
screen. I'm fine if he dies on screen. I still would have disliked it. What I disliked more was that they killed him off screen, considering the fact, like I said, he survived for 2/3 to 3/4 of the movie up until that point.
Well,
So-
that was just like, the world catching up to him. And, the conclusion the film kind of puts forth is that the reason we keep going on in this world, as ugly as it is because someone has to keep moving forward for the generations coming up behind us, which is what that whole dream speech the guy gives at the end was about. Interesting factoid, this movie is based on a novel by Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah.
And something Cormac McCarthy does with his books is the sort of message at the end of one book will sort of set the the setting or the plot for the next book. So
Yeah, the one for this was like,
I want to tell it, Nico.
okay, fine, go for
I'm
it.
telling the factoid. You're gonna interrupt me and try and steal
is
this
my
from me.
party.
I know. I listen to video essays on YouTube too.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, the message at the end of this one is like, you have to carry the torch forward for the generations coming after you. And the book he writes immediately after this one is The Road, which
Oh,
for
I
those of
have
you
seen
familiar
that.
is about, it's about a father and his son who are in a post-apocalypse that are just moving forward. And the father at some point literally says, well, we have to carry the torch. It's like, oh. But, and I fucking, one of my favorite lines in this movie is, when Anton Chigurh is facing off against Woody Harrelson, and he says, if the rule brought you to this, of what use was the rule? Mm-hmm. I think that's a fantastic line. I fucking love that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Now, Hunter, you've been awfully quiet throughout this whole thing. What exactly did you think about No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool story. Good characters, good acting. The villain's really creepy and really good at his job. So I like a good villain in movies. It just adds depth.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a take on modern society and messaging. Keep that crap out of my movies, man. All right? I don't think I'm as far as Dylan is, but I just don't feel like there was that much resolution in the movie for me, so that definitely impacted my grade on it.
Yeah.
I just want to see the bad guy get killed in the end. Is that too much to
That's
ask?
what I was saying.
Not
He
yet-
could have died in that dang old car accident.
Imagine he shows up to the wife's house after Josh Brolin dies. All right, they sit down,
And she goes bang,
and
bang,
she
she
just
lights
pulls
that
a
sucker
gun
up.
from under the desk and ices him right there. S tier movie. All right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, don't you get it, guys? He was flipping coins to determine these other people's lives, and then he gets in a car crash, which is like a metaphorical coin flip for his
Oh,
own
shut
life.
up!
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Damn it, dude.
But Hunter, what about the theme of the horrible things the money does to people? We see it constantly throughout this film.
Yeah, but is that really what it is? Because it just feels like this dude was hunting him down, not even for the money at certain points. He was just doing it because he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna kill this dude. Which, I get
Yeah.
that, you're a psychopath, whatever.
Well, I think it may have been like a pride thing in that scenario. It's like he fucking harmed his pride because, he stole his money and he was evading it.
Well,
for
was
a
it
decent
his
amount of
money in
time.
the first place?
No, it was the, those bankers' money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
Anton
why
was
did
hired
he do
by
all
them
that?
to go and get
Why
it.
did he do all that killing at the beginning of the movie if he didn't even know about the money?
That
I think
stuff
he was
was
aware.
just him being a psychopath.
Exactly.
Well,
so
no,
is it
because
for
he
the money or
also-
is it because he's a psychopath?
No, he acknowledged the
both.
tracker though, so he had to have known about the money.
Yeah, he wasn't after the money. He was just hired to kill the guy who had the money and then bring the money back to the bankers.
Yeah.
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 And then he killed the bankers, didn't he?
He
Yes.
did. So.
So the dude's
So he's
just
after the
a
money.
psycho. I don't think he's
Yes.
after the money.
Well, he only did that after they hired a guy to fucking, fix what Anton wasn't able to do or whatever,
Which
At that point, it was
he
a
didn't
mark
even
against
do.
his pride.
Exactly. So I don't know, man.
Let's get to the rankings, I guess.
Hang on, I still have a few buzzwords to hammer out here. Fucking manifest destiny, free will, predestination,
What is this?
I don't think I have any other.
Calvinism
I don't think I have any other ones. Christ
versus,
figure.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Calvinism.
the other one.
Woody Harrelson is a Southern Baptist.
He died real
Lou
fast.
Ellen,
I felt like was there a point to his character in the long run?
Whose character?
Woody
I
Harrelson.
think it was mostly exposition to explain to Lou Ellen who Anton was.
I mean, I guess, but yeah. Also, screw that grandma, bro. Also, a lot of dead
Oh, my
dogs in
enemies
this
hate that
movie.
grandma.
Yeah, that made me so
Well, we
sad.
have one dead dog. Two
No,
dead dogs?
two.
There
We were
was
like
a-
two
three.
dead dogs.
There was at least
Two that were
three.
already dead, and then one that he killed.
Force of
So-
nature. There's yeah. That's one more for
Okay.
you.
All right,
Okay.
Okay.
this is such a
right,
well.
now
So
we're
on
getting
to the
down to the
rankings
rankings
here. Hunter, how do you feel about this film?
I'm still rolling over in my head if I'm being too harsh. So I might
You
up
are.
it one because it's a good movie. I just don't like There's No Resolution, so I'm gonna give it a B+.
God.
Yikes! What about you, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm going a little higher than B+, and I'm saying it's just a straight S for me, I think.
Ooh.
I like the cut of your jib, Jackson. I'll raise you one. Not actually raise you one. It's not going to S+, but I am giving an S rank as well here.
Ooh.
I'll go ahead and complete this trifecta. I'm also giving it an S.
Oh, shit. Alright, now here's the thing, boys.
Uh-oh.
I gave this movie 2 rankings. I gave it the ranking I want to give it, and I gave it the ranking it probably actually deserves.
Give it
So
the
what-
one you want to give it, buddy.
I'll
we
say
can
both
deal
of
with
them just
it.
for... So, I gave it, for my personal liking, I gave it a B-. Now, what I think this movie deserves based on the story it tells and the way it portrays it and the effects and everything, I gave it an S-. So, I will give...
I mean, we're running with the B-, my guy.
I will leave it to Jackson which one he wants to put in the code. I
think
don't
if that's
care.
your ranking...
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I
using
gave
the-
them
I'm
both.
using the B-.
Because here's the thing, though, but I also gave it an S- recognizing the caliber of the movie.
Oh, I recognize it's a good movie. It's just like, how many times am I gonna watch this again? I don't know.
That's fair.
Infinite.
I'll watch it a
I-
couple
yeah,
more
I also
times.
base-
I watch it every fucking day.
I rank
go
a
to
movie
sleep this
based on its
movie every night.
rewatchability, so that's also part of it.
Anyway, where does that place us, Jackson?
Even with 2 Bs, 3 S's puts it at a solid A-. So unfortunately, it did not get into S tier, which is crazy.
Yikes.
You can
But
give
I
it the
know
S-,
what?
my guy, I don't care.
Sucks to suck,
A-?
Dylan.
It doesn't suck to suck, it
A+.
doesn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
Am I a hater?
That sounds much more reasonable. I was very confused by that.
Did I say A-? We'll watch the clip afterwards.
You did.
You said
did.
A-.
Oopsies.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I was looking at S- when I got confused.
Okay.
Anyways.
Alright, what's next on the docket, Nico?
Moving on to the next S tier film here, boys, is going to be 500 Days of Summer.
Oh man, this movie. Am I...
Guys, we were wrong. Last week
Why?
we were clowning on it, saying that's too many days of summer. But summer is the girl's name.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
crazy.
it's crazy. This movie was particularly entertaining. The only thing that brought me back a little bit sometimes was them time skipping a lot. It took me at least half the movie to get down what portions of what days were the good and the bad days and everything. But overall, I thought the acting was really good. It was a little quirky movie. I don't usually watch rom-coms, so the fact that this is sitting pretty well with me is a good thing. I like how they show the trials and tribulations of, weird, relationship standards. One thing that I said that Nico, kind of pointed out to me as well was basically the ideology of each person trying to push their own beliefs onto each other. For example, fucking Summer was oh, I just want a casual relationship, nothing serious. I just want to, be really good friends with this person, nothing else. And then the other guy, I don't remember his name, he was super oh my gosh, I am not going to be happy until I find the person of my dreams, the one that I know in my heart is perfect for me. And then once I find this person, they're going to be perfect, they're going to make my life amazing. And in my opinion, if you have to have a person in your life to complete or to perfect your life, I think you're living a sad life in the first place, because you shouldn't rely or need another person to make you happy. But
now,
that's just
Dylan,
my
you're jumping
opinion.
the gun a little bit here. We haven't even gone over the fucking plot of the film quite yet.
I will say the plot is, since it's told out of order, we're not going to remember
It's not really in
how
order,
they
Nico.
show us the events.
It's basically like the ups and downs of their relationship over the course
Yeah.
of them meeting at work, and then like ending at like, because the way they started the movie was at the end where it's like she's wearing a fucking engagement ring or a wedding ring or something, and she's with this dude. So it gives us the false appearance of them being married, which obviously ends up not being the case about two-thirds to three-quarters of the movie, where she ends up getting married to this one dude just because fuck it. She's like, oh, I woke up one morning and realized this guy I met 2 weeks ago was the one for me, and fucking devastates the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Tanner.
No, I was just going to say, Nico, I can only assume you chose this movie because you figured it had the chance of being the rom-com we were most likely to all enjoy.
I picked it because I've heard good things about it.
Gotcha, okay.
They end up
I
being
will say, this is an incel movie if I've ever seen one. It matches every expectation you imagine an incel would have of what attempting to pursue relationships is like, where it's like, dude, I'm just the nice guy, I'm gonna be so devoted to her and she just wants to fuck around, and then the moment we break up she immediately gets married to some other dude. It's not fucking fair.
Yeah, this was
Now,
basically.
yes, I can definitely see... go on, Hunter, go for it.
This was basically Toxic Relationships, the movie, and I really liked it. I really liked it because it was like an anti-rom-com. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
it's an anti-rom-com, and it had good comedy here and there, and it was just like a very interesting story. Because like, I guess like long run, you know that they're not gonna end up together, but the fact that it starts at day like 300, right, and you can tell that they're broken up and all this, well, there's 200 more days, so you always had that like expectation that maybe they would get back together. And even during like the scene where they go to that wedding and they're like dancing, you're like, oh, maybe like there's a chance that they get back together. This is so great. And then she's engaged and you're like, oh, what the...
I mean, I don't even know if, like, personally, I never had that expectation of, will they, won't they, maybe? Like, from the very beginning, when this film starts out, it tells you, this is not a love story.
Yeah.
These characters do not end up together in the end. They're not in love. Stop thinking they're in love.
But it's also a comedy,
Yeah, we all
so you're
forgot
like,
that.
maybe
I
they're
immediately
joking.
forgot
I mean, that's the thing as well here. So, throughout the film, we constantly see these really happy moments of them spending time together, but, like, you know, with the whole, like, jumping around the timeline thing, they're also juxtaposing that constantly with moments of, like, hey, things are not working out here.
Yeah.
They are not always happy. This isn't a sunshiny relationship at all. She's not happy with him. She wants to end things, but he just can't take it. He can't, you know?
Also, there's no way he's an architect. He sucks at drawing.
He doesn't
I
suck
thought,
that
he,
bad
I
at
thought he was
drawing.
pretty good at
I don't
it.
know.
And
Yeah, I
he
thought he was
wasn't an
pretty good.
architect initially, Hunter. That's the big
Yeah,
thing
he worked
here.
for greeting
So,
cards, which is a funny concept.
It is a pretty fun rom-com-esque concept, guys. He's constantly writing about love and stuff, but he doesn't have love in his life. So that's the big thing about this film. As Hunter pointed out, it's definitely an anti-rom-com film here. So our main character, Tom, he's very much so grown up with the ideas of, like, what love is shown to him via rom-coms and stuff like that. That's why he has this sort of, like, child-esque perception of what love
He
and
believes in
relationships are all about,
soulmates.
you know?
That's what
Exactly.
it is.
He believes in soulmates. And that's, the woman of his dreams, supposedly, the only thing he's missing from his life, despite him obviously lacking in many other aspects of his life,
Yeah.
like not being happy with his work and wanting to pursue something greater.
And he has no
to
drip
his
at
knowledge,
all.
exactly. To his knowledge, all he needs to do is find the one. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
And yet, when he does find the woman who he believes is her, he's being told by other people, hey, I don't really think that she's really the one for you, you know? Like, she says she doesn't want a relationship or anything, and, like, just because she likes the same music as you and laughs at your jokes, that doesn't mean she's the one for you. No, you're all wrong. It's her. I know it is. She's hot. Have you seen her? It's Zooey Deschanel, for crying out loud, guys.
He's not wrong.
And, of course, in the end of the movie, things don't work out, and everyone's telling him, dude, She didn't want to be with you. She told you that from the beginning. And yet, you know, our boy Tom, he starts sulking, boys. He starts sulking. And, you know, in stereotypical rom-com fashion, you think, okay, maybe he's going to end up with the girl guys, as Hunter is pointing out. But that's not what he needs. That's not what Tom needs in the situation. He doesn't need the girl. What he needs to do is climb out of his sulking mess and really start working on himself, boys. As we constantly say on this channel, you gotta just work on yourself, and that's what he does. He gets out of...
Is this another blowjob joke?
No, it's not. He climbs out of his hole of despair and desperation. And he finally starts working towards his dreams, guys. And he does it at the end of the film. He finally might become an architect. I don't know. We don't really know. He goes in for a job interview. And guys, at the end of the movie, he's done with summer, boys. He's finished with it.
What?
It's finally time to move on to the next season as he meets the new girl, Autumn.
Aww.
I thought that was such a funny little twist.
I get it.
Aww, it's really cute. And I like that, you know, they don't treat it as like this Autumn girl is like a reward for Tom for his actions throughout the film. Instead, it's more so treated as like this is a new opportunity for Tom. He's learned from his previous mistakes and he's ready to move on in this new chapter of his life. And potentially, we don't know if things will work out between them. We don't get to see like their little mixed race babies or whatever later. But we do see that he might be able to make something work here with this new girl. You know, we just don't know. Things might not work out, who's to say? But he's ready to move on and turn a new chapter in his life.
I mean,
I
one
will
thing...
say, this movie is sorely lacking a gym montage. Why did we not get to see Tom get fucking shredded?
He got
he
hammered
doesn't seem
a
like the
lot.
guy who would get shredded.
I think his sister's
one
the
thing I
best
will say-
character in the movie.
Who is?
Tom's sister, the like 12-year-old who just is playing soccer
She's pretty
constantly
fucking funny.
for some reason, and
She's a
gives
sporty
good
gal.
advice.
I will say one very enjoyable aspect of the movie is the fact that we got to see him learn, change, and evolve from everything he did learn. Because it could have just very easily been one of those guys where he just absolutely didn't learn his lesson from any of the other shit that happened. But yeah, it was like Nico was saying exactly. Like he learned that he needs to focus on himself and like pursue the things that he cares about and like find out what makes him happy. Because if he can find out what makes himself happy, he can like stop looking for that in other people, which is probably what's leading to that unknown relationship there at the end with Autumn. So I thought it was a very enjoyable ending and very 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 cool and fun evolution of character at the end.
Now, Jackson's the only married member amongst us. What did you think of this film?
That's an interesting thing to say.
I thought it was really good. I think it had a lot of fun shots for what it was. It was surprisingly creative with its cinematography, which really took me off guard because I kind of expected it to be pretty generic. I think the acting overall is pretty good. I like the messaging of it. I thought it was really cute. I think the ending, I think it stuck the ending. I like the way they did the whole movie with the, going back and forth between the different days and seeing things from different perspectives, try to like fill out your knowledge instead of just giving to you all at once, which would have been more boring. Yeah, I thought the movie was surprisingly good. I went in with very low expectations and was, it was turned on my head.
Right? Like, none of us really watch rom-coms whatsoever. And so I feel like we were all going into this with fairly low expectations. And yet, I think it was a bang-up movie, boys. I thought it was really good. Tanner, now you watched this with your mom, correct?
Yes.
And how did she like it?
She liked it.
Cool.
That's the typical reaction I would
I
expect.
didn't exactly like break it down with her afterwards or nothing.
No?
Yeah, that'd be kind of
She didn't
weird.
give out a ranking.
No, she didn't give it a
No
ranking.
mom ranking this week. Tough.
Damn. Speaking of rankings, have we all discussed it enough? Are we ready to give our rankings?
I'm ready to give it a ranking.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Dylan, start her off.
I am going to give this movie an S-. I found it very enjoyable. I don't know, man. I just thought it was a very cute movie. I
Now,
enjoyed it
Tanner,
a
you
lot.
look very taken aback by that rank. Well, what are you thinking, dude?
I'm gonna give it an A.
An A.
I will reserve judgment.
I think I know why you're giving me that look, but we'll continue on.
Hunter, how about you?
I think I'm really gatekeeping my rankings by... Actually, I just have no really standard right now, but I think I'm going to go... I literally just changed it, but I think I'm going to go to an A-. It was a good movie.
What was it before?
It was a B+ before, but I think I'm going to raise it
So
to an
not
A-.
much of a change.
No.
You think it's a slightly better film than No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, I'd say so.
There we go. Alright, Jackson, how about you?
I'm with Tanner on this one. I also think it's a solid A tier movie.
Sounds good, sounds good. I personally really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very relatable, you know? I just think that overall, it had a really nice and touching message as well, you know? I'm personally going to be giving this film an S rank.
Let's go.
You guys are very willy-nilly with your S rankings.
We're not, though. That's the thing. I'm the most conservative with them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you're saying that because of me, because I usually give out the
I
most
don't know.
S.
Listen, man.
I guess I've only
Hunter,
ranked...
we only have 7 total S ranks right now,
Really?
and that's out of movies.
I guess I've only ranked 6 movies, so I can't really say much.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, and that puts 5 Days of Summer also at an A+, the same tier as No Country for Old Men.
There we go.
Okay.
It was a solid
Understandable.
film, you know? It was a solid one.
I technically rated those movies the same, so that doesn't surprise me.
Now, Tanner,
Yes.
what was up with your judgment, man? Well, let's stop reserving it. Let's unleash it a little bit here.
do
I
actually
think
kinda
to say
hear it.
that 500 Days of Summer is better than No Country than Old Men is a bit cap, as the kids would say.
Personal preference, man. Personal preference.
Point of personal privilege.
More hot girls in 500 days.
That's true. Zooey Deschanel is a real hottie.
She's alright.
True.
She had cut...
For shame.
Nah, never mind.
I wonder what her self-esteem is like, where every single role she's casting, she's basically just like, we're casting you as the hot girl, we're gonna constantly call you the hot girl. Like, her ego is probably fucking insane because of that.
Also, you can sing, so...
True.
Did she sing
she
every
is,
fucking...
She is a perfect being, but, like, that's beside the point.
Did she sing every single song in that movie?
I
No.
don't know about every song.
Aside from, like, the karaoke where it was other guys?
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know.
That movie
Okay.
also made me really want to do karaoke.
Right? That's what I was
Anyway.
telling these guys. We gotta go out and do some karaoke at some point.
Guapish at
That's
the
Speaking
karaoke
of
bar.
singing...
Holy shit! The last
Segue.
S tier movie that we're gonna be talking about today, guys.
Segue,
Def
segue,
Leppard's
segue.
Pick of Destiny.
Def Leppard.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah,
That's
so,
true.
Went into this not knowing what Tenacious D
Stop
was.
starting it off, Dylan. Let someone do the summary first. For the love
thought
of
I
God.
was doing the
Hunter,
summaries.
give us the summary. Tanner, give us the summary.
So there's this band, right?
Well, you see, a long-ass fucking time ago in a land called Kickapoo, so we are introduced to our main character, JB,
Jables.
aka Jack Black, but I think they call him JB the entire movie.
Or
so.
Jables.
Yeah.
But
He has
he's
names
growing
Jables.
up in Missouri, and it fucking sucks. His dad is Meatloaf, and he's an asshole. And you know, he wants to rock and roll, but it says like rock and roll is Satan, so you can't do it. So JB, he has some schizophrenic hallucinations, and they tell him to run away from home. And so he runs away from home when he's like 12 years old, and then for some reason he doesn't make it to Hollywood until he's in his late 20s.
Oh, not the right Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he went to all the wrong...
Yeah, he
Even
made it
so,
so
I
many
don't think it
Hollywoods,
should have
man.
taken that long. But, alas, he makes it to Hollywood, and he quickly discovers Kyle Gass, KG, who is just a fucking aficionado on the guitar. He's playing like his life it depends on it.
It does.
It
At a
does.
certain point.
It does. He's broke as fuck. He has a glorious mane of hair,
Yes.
and he always will.
Yeah.
Jack Black starts working on befriending KG, and it kind of works. And then KG basically takes JB under his wing. These acronyms fucking suck for making summaries, but Jables, we'll say.
Yeah.
He befriends Cage. There we go.
There you go. Cage.
Fucking Christ. Jables and Cage.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
They befriend each other. Cage starts training JB, which kind of just involves him doing chores around his house and generally being taken advantage of. This eventually turns around when Jables discovers that Cage does not have hair and he's a liar and he gets money from his parents. And from there, the movie kind of weirdly just switches the dynamic entirely, where now Jables is the one who's definitively in charge and makes all the decisions for both of them, but whatever. They figure out that all the greatest rock bands have this fucking pick, this magic Satan pick, and they say, we gotta go get it. And the reason they gotta go get it is they want to win some like local bar like open mic contest
Oh yeah,
for like $100
So
or
they
some
can pay
bullshit.
the rent.
forgot about that. Yeah, man.
So they can pay the rent. So they travel to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They have some misadventures along the way. They break in some celebrity cameos are had along the way. They break in, they get the pick, they go back, they fucking destroy that little competition, and then Satan himself shows up.
Oh my.
And they challenge Satan to a fucking rock-off. And then they kick his ass and send him back to hell. The end.
So, my question is, was JB's dad right the whole time?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, look at that. Listen to your parents, kids. All right, that's all for this episode.
It's a very roundabout way to say listen to your parents, in all honesty.
So, first thing I want to ask.
What's up?
What is each person's favorite song from this movie? And for me, it has to be Kickapoo. The intro is just, I think, pretty definitively the best song in the whole movie. It kicks it off so excellently, and it's so fucking catchy. Plus, we get not only the musical stylings of Jack Black, but it has Meatloaf and Rodney James Dio in it.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely the only song I remember from the movie. I got really worried at the beginning, thinking that it was just going to be a voiceover for older Jack Black over a younger version of Jack Black, which luckily didn't persist throughout the movie. That's something that worried me a lot.
I do want to say real quick here, that child actor they got for Jack Black looks a lot like what a young Jack Black would look like.
He really did, though.
Wait, I need to fact check something.
Because I knew Jack Black was going to be in it, but I was like, how young is he going to be in this movie? Like, surely he's not going to be, like, child age.
Hunter's checking real quick to see if that was actually young Jack Black, if they somehow got
I'm trying to see.
The film.
Actually, let me...
I did find out Jack Black's only, like, 53, and he looks old as fuck with a beard for some reason.
It's
like
because
60,
the beards make you look older.
Like 60, 70 years old, man. He's
it's
fucking
because
53.
he doesn't dye the beard.
Mm-hmm.
He's
also
aging
weird
gracefully.
Like, the center of his beard is, like, gray, but, like, the outsides are brown. It's just an interesting thing to happen, but...
That's what they call a skunk pattern, Dylan.
Yeah, that.
Yep. Have you found any information yet, Hunter?
Oh, I was so right. So, the young Jack Black in Tenacious D is also the guy who plays young Jack Black in Nacho Libre.
No way.
That's crazy.
Because
they got the same kid's wife.
Because I remember watching Nacho Libre, I'm like, that kid looks just like a young Jack Black, and it's the same kid, so that's actually fantastic.
What's his name?
His name is Troy Gentile.
Gentile.
Yeah.
Gentile.
Interesting.
Huh.
That's a fun name. Now, Tanner, here's the thing about the songs in this film. So we've watched some other musicals so far throughout this journey of ours, and I gotta say, this movie ain't no South Park, bigger, longer, uncut, my guy. The songs in this one are far, far less memorable than what we got over there. Most of them felt incredibly samey overall to me. Like Dylan was saying, the first one's really the only one that kind of stands out in my mind whatsoever that I really recall anything about.
Okay. I will say, I think Kickapoo better than any of the South Park movie songs.
I think that's not at all true, Tanner. However, we will agree to disagree for now. To be perfectly honest, I feel like almost all of those kick Kickapoo's ass. Like Blame Canada, definitely not it. Definitely not that one. But fucking Kyle's Mom is a bitch definitely destroys it.
I don't know.
I didn't remember any of the songs from South Park
Kickapoo is like
at
a
all.
full ass song though.
So are those ones.
Kyle's Mom is a bitch is not a full song. It's like a minute and a half long.
That's pretty full for South Park. Now, Jackson, how about you?
I thought this movie was pretty... Oh, we're talking about the fucking, the songs?
Yeah, we're talking about the songs right now. We're not on the wrestling film yet.
My bad, yeah, I'm doing the fucking script right now to calculate the highest rated episode. Anyways, yeah, I didn't like any of the songs, to be honest. I didn't think any of them were memorable at all.
That's fair. I think Tenacious D has very narrow...
Yeah, I don't like that type of music at all.
Yeah, it's not very widely accepted, especially considering a lot of Tenacious D's music like floods with Jack Black's like energy, and his being, because, you know, anything Jack Black does, he's very rambunctious and energetic about it, which is also why I like him as an actor. He kind of just does whatever he wants, and he just brings the energy into everything, which I think is awesome, which is like one of the reasons I love Jack Black as an actor.
But perhaps sometimes that's a bit too much when you can't really rein the guy in, you know?
No, I think doing your own thing and being in control is totally fine. There's plenty of movies that I can't name right off the top of my head where Pirates of the Caribbean, what's his
Johnny
name?
Depp.
Robert, what?
Johnny Depp.
Were you about
Yeah.
to say Robert Downey Jr.?
I sure was. I constantly get their names mixed up. They had an idea for the character of what they wanted Jack Sparrow to be, and then Johnny Depp fucking did his own thing. They're like, all right, I guess this is the way that Jack Sparrow is now because we like this way better. So I think it's perfectly acceptable to have an actor do their own thing and have it be better than what they expected.
But that doesn't always work. For example, this
Gotta have the
movie.
Riz, man. Gotta have the Riz.
Now, when it comes to this film, similar to Used Cars, I gotta say, I just did not jive with the humor whatsoever in this one. Used Cars is very much so like a dad movie. This is a fucking stoner movie, Tanner. That's all
true.
this was. It was just fucking stoner jokes the entire time. There was a single joke I laughed at throughout this whole thing. Jackson knows the one well. Jackson, would you like to reiterate what it was for us?
Oh yeah, I was fucking cracking up when he was tripping on mushrooms, and
That's the best scene.
he cuts it. Yeah, he cuts it as being fucking thrown down a goddamn raging river.
It's so
That
funny.
was the funniest thing ever.
That's
Fucking loved that
definitely
scene,
the
man.
best
That was
scene in the
great.
movie.
Yeah, for sure. It was so good.
Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of musicals. I don't know what that
Is
says
this-
about me. Probably, well, that I'm anti-Pride Month. But,
What?
get it? Because gay people like musicals. Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's a fair assumption. But, what I'm really... I'm not a huge fan of musicals, but I thought it was a fun movie, and I think my Jack Black bias is gonna get me somewhere here.
Is this
Push
movie
that
considered a
bias out
musical?
right now, Hunter, you piece of shit. We don't want any of that here. You're supposed to leave that at the door.
You take it back. He did
Oh.
Nacho Libre.
That movie was also bad.
You're
That
wrong.
movie was not bad. You're wrong.
Have you seen School of Rock, you idiot?
That movie was good from what I remember, but it's been too long since I've seen it, so I can't give you an accurate sort of
That's what I
review
thought.
here.
Whatever, man.
Nico, what are you ranking this movie?
Tanner, you haven't really even said your thoughts on the film at all. All you said was that you liked the music.
It's a musical, isn't that enough?
There was so much more to it, though. None of it was good, granted, but there was more to
I liked
it.
all the cameos.
I
in
liked
there.
it.
Opinions.
I liked it. I thought it was a silly classic stoner movie, and I found
Yeah.
it entertaining.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, if
There
you
you go.
liked it so much, how about you put your money where the mouth is, Tanner, and give
Where
it a
the
Money
money
where
ranking
the
here.
mouth is.
Not your mouth,
I'm ranking
the
it a
mouth.
B minus. I didn't think it was that good.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Alright.
Alright, yeah, how about you, Dylan?
God damn, Tanner, you gave me false hope there, man. I'm gonna give this movie an A minus.
Jesus Christ.
What, man? Fuck you, whatever. You said that this week we'd have pretty good movies, so I'm keeping
Yeah,
that
I
trend.
lied because I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up and, rank any of the other movies lower to, kind of spite me for what I would be saying about Jack Black later.
Interesting.
We're
Hunter,
surrounded
how
by
are
a
you ranking
spiteful
it?
bunch here. Hunter, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's a B. I'm gonna give it a B.
Damn.
It's it's a good movie, but I'm probably not gonna show it to everyone in the world, but I enjoyed watching it.
Fair enough.
All right, now
Nico?
for me, I'm going to say,
I'm ready, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. We'll see.
I
Hold
swear
on.
to God.
Let me brace myself. Hold on.
If it's in the negative tiers, that's going to be...
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
cut
mean-
him off and say D+.
Is that your ranking for it or your predicted ranking for Nico?
No, that's my rank.
All right.
E+, not bad.
Not bad.
D+.
Yeah,
D?
that's what I said.
What?
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait.
you were just commenting. I said D, not B. You were
Oh
commenting
my
about it
God.
better not be in the negative
Jesus
for Nico.
Christ.
It's not bad. I was like, what?
D plus?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
D
really-
ranks
I
are
really
for,
didn't
like,
like it.
actively bad movies. What are we
I
talking
think this is an
about?
actively bad movie.
Jesus
I didn't
Have you
really
listened
like
to
it.
him
Alright,
this whole
Nico.
time?
Twist the knife, Nico. Do it. Let's hear
I
it.
appreciate that, Jackson. That's actually the exact rank I was thinking this entire time.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god.
But I was looking over my list and I was like, man, I have a lot of D plus ranked movies. Is it really the same as these? But Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's a D plus.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is why I don't look at my list. I'll look at the list if I need, like, grounded perspective. And I only do that with the movies you guys have already watched. So, like, you know.
This is my 7th D plus rank movie.
Jesus Christ, my
Okay,
dude.
like, earnestly, you think Pick of Destiny is on tier with Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove or Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
That's-
fuck? That
that's
is an
so
absurd
fucking
thing to say.
insane.
Tanner, you have to keep in mind here. I didn't laugh at any of the jokes except for a single one in
That's
this movie. I
your
didn't really
fault.
care about any of the music. So
is
what is
insane.
there to this movie in that case?
I guess that's fair. That's
Whatever,
that's
man.
a skill issue or whatever then.
We're going
Yeah,
back
I just
to
thought it
the
was
skill
really.
issue.
I thought it was really boring throughout most of it. Was my general synopsis.
Yeah.
And
It is.
Alright, where is this thing landing then?
all right,
I'm
this is a
predicting
controversial
C.
one here, guys.
It
We're at a
sure
D-
is.
Oh, I'm looking at my rankings
C
here. We're at a
plus?
C plus.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Okay.
C plus.
That's fair.
I'm so good at predicting where movies are gonna land. Promote me. Pay me more money, patrons.
I will actually
you
agree
keep-
with you though, Tanner. I do think that Free Willy is perhaps not on the same tier as this film. Once we get around to reordering our things, I will definitely be sure to bump that down to a D
That's in
tier.
like 6 months, Mike. We got like another 4 months until we're doing that again.
Keep
Jesus
that one on the
Christ.
docket, dude. I'll definitely be sure to do that.
You keep it on the docket.
Yeah, keep it on
Okay.
your
Oh,
own
I'll
docket,
put it on
man.
your doc.
We gotta pick movies.
We do.
Yes, sir.
Big movie time.
Me and Jackson this week, I believe.
Jackson, what are you picking?
I'm picking I Want to Eat Your Pancreas.
Sorry, what?
Oh, hey! You've recommended for me to watch that one, I
I don't
think.
know if I've heard that one.
I know
Okay.
the general idea of the story because Jackson's explained
wanna
it to me
eat your
before.
It's a
Pancreas.
very famous anime film.
That's what
Really?
he told me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got notoriety because of its name, obviously. Yeah, I watched this movie a while ago with somebody, and I thought it was really bad, but everybody else thinks the movie's really good, so I'm kind of like wanting to look at it again to see if maybe I've changed, maybe if I don't think it's as bad anymore, if everybody else is just dumb. Because I thought the movie was really fucking stupid when I first
Oh.
watched it, but we'll see.
I thought you recently watched it again, is why you brought it up before.
No, I was trying to get you to fucking watch Wolf Children. Like every 2
No, I
days, I'm
know.
asking you to watch Wolf
I know.
Children.
I'll get to it
What year
eventually,
is
man.
that one?
2018.
28, sure, yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's that new.
It's a-
I thought it was
it's-
an older film.
No, it's really recent.
Okay.
I'm honestly surprised it's that old. I thought it was even more recent.
No, okay.
Crazy. Alright, Dylan, what are you picking?
All right, boys, we're pivoting back to the horror genre. Are you ready?
The Mist.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be The Mist. How did
Crazy.
you know?
Which one?
It should be the newer one. I didn't know there was more than one.
Oh my gosh.
Let me look at it. Hold on, I'll get it. Do the patron roll while I look this shit up.
2007? Question mark.
Oh,
The-
frankly, no, I'd love to.
potentially.
There's,
Yeah,
there's a black and
2007.
white one and a non-black and white one.
Yeah, it's
the
gonna be
black
the
and white
non-black
one is
and white
supposed to
one.
be better.
Well, now,
Oh.
Dylan, hang on, real quick here for a second. Those are both the same movie. They're released at the same time. The black and white one is actually the one that the director originally wanted to produce it in. However, the studio came in and were like, hang on a second here. We can't have it be black and white. No one's going to watch a black and white movie in this age.
Ah.
And so
I
the
mean,
film
the-
was shot with the intention of it being black and white. However, they reeled that back at the last minute.
So literally, they're the same movie. It's just
Yeah,
one
it's the
has
same
color and
movie.
one doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess it doesn't matter which one. I do the one in
Well,
color.
hold,
'cause
there.
it's the one I
Okay,
remember.
I didn't know that was the case. What's the old one? There's like an old one and a new one. I know.
I don't know. When I looked it up, it was just a new one. 2007, because that's what
Let
Hunter
me
said.
see. Let me see.
Yeah, right here, 2007.
There's a
for this.
2007 one, and
Is there another one? I don't know. if
there's.
that's
I'm
the case.
pretty sure there's like an older version.
There
don't
was like an
think
older
so.
film that had like a similar name to it, but it has nothing to do with The Mist, to my knowledge.
There is
Oh,
a book
really?
by Stephen King
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, that's what it's based on.
Yeah. I'm not seeing another. I'm not seeing another The Mist
I could have
here.
sworn there was like an old version.
I'm not seeing it. Nothing else is coming up. I could be
Anyways,
wrong.
but that shit doesn't matter at all. We're gonna do the Patreon roll pick here. Let's see what we get, boys.
Let's see.
It's gonna be me.
We got Evolution by Dread Pirate 46.
Motherfucker,
Dude.
keep picking his movies, this piece of shit.
It sure
It's okay.
does.
Me and Jackson have been talking about an implication in which we will
An
make
implication.
it so. Yeah, an implementation. Sorry, we can make to the bot to make it more fair for people.
Yeah, I think it should just pick my movie every time.
I don't
that'd
know.
be
I
fun.
think it's kind of funny that it keeps not picking Nico's movies.
My
Yeah, the,
movies,
uh,
I'm out here rooting for this Top Bot guy. I think he's got some bangers in there, and I want to see
Right.
him.
Yeah, we had two ideas for how to balance the picking, and I guess we can talk about this on the podcast because it's relevant to people
we can
spending
talk
money to get the
we
role.
can talk about it in the post squad. We don't need to get in the weeds with this shit on here.
That's fair. I guess
that's
the
what we were
patrons
about.
would be the ones that are concerned about this.
Of course.
We'll talk about how the rolling system is going to change in the post squad, guys.
We sure will.
Speaking of the post-squap, Dylan, would you like to tell everyone about the best special shit they get for subscribing to the Patreon?
Alright, listen, guys. You subscribe to the Patreon, it's $1 a month. It gives you access to our Discord where you can suggest movies and topics for us to talk about. You get access to the pre and post swap. You get a neat little 500 slime coins from Jackson here, who also effortlessly has slaved away making his slime bot. As well as, I think we also get to read your name at the end of every single podcast, which I'm about to read here. Give me 1 second.
I just got a new snip. I'm sending it.
Oh, we got a new. Look at that.
There you go, buddy.
I'm going to get this memorized eventually, so just going to shout out the names here. Lava Skid, Top Ramen Man, Joshua Bean, I Am a Closeted Homosexual, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards. Thank you so much for your contributions, and maybe eventually we'll be able to break Jackson out of the slave trade labor thing here. But maybe that deal comes.
Cage.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching our podcast. I speak good. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.